What's going on, everybody? Mystic Malone's here. I hope everyone has been great. Now, I know what you're saying. James, you haven't really been putting that much stuff on your YouTube channel. Where you been? And that is one of the reasons why I'm doing this video. I haven't really been uploading that much onto my YouTube channel because when I started this process, I really wanted to get big on Twitch, and I was trying to balance, putting YouTube content out, streaming on Twitch, running my Instagram account, doing all these things, and honestly, it became a little bit too much. And that's really going to be one of the main points of my video, is learning how to balance things. So I was so focused on Twitch, I said, I'm going to just put the YouTube stuff aside. I put my montage out, my last montage, which if you haven't seen it already, go ahead and stop by my YouTube channel and check that out. But I said, I'm going to just focus on the Twitch stuff. Let me build that, help that grow a little bit, and then I'll come back to the YouTube stuff. So that's where we're at right now. I took about a month and just focused on streaming and worked on building that up, making my stream better, doing little things here and there. And now I'm coming back with YouTube content. I put a video out the other day of a great gameplay that I got. I can't believe I didn't win that game. Very frustrated, but here we are for this week's episode of the Sproutcast. And what we're going to talk about is balancing your life out. And this is a very, very important concept that people need to learn and understand. And especially if you're a younger kid, working on balancing your life out will help you out later on in life. My uncle gave me this, like a metaphor, basically. Think about juggling. Now, I know it sounds crazy, but when you're a little kid, let's say you're 6 years old, well, you're only really focused on yourself. You don't have to have a job, you don't have to do this or that. So you're juggling one ball, yourself, and you're just throwing it, from back and forth from hand to hand. Very, very easy. Most people can do that. Probably everybody can do that, unless you're suck. And you just, I've never met anyone that can't do that, all right? As you get a little older, let's say now you're in high school. Well, you might be juggling two balls, all right? You gotta, you're still worried about yourself and still caught up in yourself and your image and all that, but you got school. College is right around the corner. You're trying to get good grades, so you're focused on those two things. Well, now you're juggling two balls, all right? So now life is getting a little bit harder. Well, senior year, all right? You're trying to get into a college. You might be working a part-time job or a full-time job. So, okay, there's another ball. Well, now you're juggling three balls. Well, let's say you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Well, there's another one right there. Or you play sports. And, if you see what I mean, soon you start juggling a lot of balls, which that sounds so weird, but you just start juggling a lot of stuff. And you have to learn how to balance that all out. Recently, it's probably been like 6 months, I went through a horrible breakup with my ex-girlfriend. And after that, I was dealing with that situation, which was putting a lot of stress on me. I was also trying to run this business and start all this up, so I had that. On top of that, I was also trying to work, full-time job, bowl, have a family life, still try to talk with friends and family and go out and do stuff. So I had so much going on in my life, and my life was just getting very crazy. I wasn't sleeping that much at night. I always had a lot of stuff on my mind. I was very stressed out. And I like being honest with you guys and letting you know, we all go through problems and situations, and going back to one of my earlier Sproutcasts, communicating with people is important. So, I had a lot of stuff on my plate and a lot of stuff I was thinking about that was just hard for me to get over. The main thing was just my ex-girlfriend. That was, it's still kind of, I deal with it sometimes now. It's not as bad as it was. I'm starting to really get over it and move on from it, but it's a lot. You put in 2.5, almost 3 years with someone that you see every single week, and then all of a sudden they're gone. It's like losing a loved one, or, it is losing a loved one. I did, that's another subject. But I was dealing with all that stuff, and I wasn't able to balance it all out. And I remember it was a week before Christmas. I went and got a massage. And that was the first time I actually really relaxed in the massage. You know, they give you the crazy, beautiful music and turn the lights off and all that, and you're supposed to relax. Well, half the time I would go, I was so like stressed out, and it was just like, oh, God, that hurt so much. Well, this time when I went, I actually was just, my body was like, James, you just are on like shutdown mode. And got a 2-hour massage, and I felt amazing after it. It was like the first time I actually really relaxed. Then a week later, I went home for Christmas, and just seeing my family and just kind of getting away from all the hecticness and the craziness and going back home to New York really helped me out. But that right there was me taking a step back and saying, James, you've got too much on your plate right now. You need to come back and relax and balance your life out, okay? Well, am I doing too much of this? Am I doing too much of that? Do I really need to do that? Get rid of that. And I started to do that and tried to like simplify and not juggle as many things as I was juggling. And one of those was, well, get a better system with uploading content onto YouTube. Not just do it randomly. You know, actually, if you're going to put YouTube videos out, you know, make sure you put them out and you have them ready to go and all that. So that's the point of this video, is basically balancing your life out. Now, when you're a younger kid in high school, working on these things and developing basically like a schedule. You know, before my girlfriend and I broke up, I was with my girlfriend, worked a full-time job, went to school full-time, bowled 3 nights out of the week, still went out and had a family life, and still gamed, and still, you know, had me time. But I balanced it all out well. You know, Tuesday night, for example, I worked Tuesday. Tuesday night I bowled. I also bowled with my girlfriend. Well, that night, I'm not going to go and try to do schoolwork because I'm getting home at 11 o'clock at night. I'm exhausted. I really should just get into bed. And then Wednesday night, I can work on homework. So I really balanced it out. You know, go to work, come home, quick shower, get something to eat, go to the bowling alley. Then I could spend time with my girlfriend, spend time with my bowling friends, get to bowl as well. And it's not that hectic. But that's Tuesday. Not doing anything else. I'm not gaming. I'm not doing schoolwork. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. That's all I focused on. Well, when Wednesday came around, I would go to work, come home, shower, eat dinner, but then I'd work on schoolwork. And if I got my schoolwork done, then maybe I'd game for a little bit. So it's all about learning how to balance your life out. And if you start when you're younger, because basically view your life as like the pyramids of Giza are a great example. If you don't know what the pyramids of Giza are, it's one of the 7 wonders of the world. It's in Egypt. It's just a bunch of pyramids that the Egyptians built many, many years ago. Looks pretty cool. But think of your life like that. You need to start out with a solid foundation. Very solid, crisp solid, with simple parts of your life. Communication skills, listening skills, good work ethic, stuff like that. That's your floor. And then as you start adding stuff to it and gaining, going up a level, like high school education, college education, master's degree program, building yourself up. That's how you need to build your life up. But each floor needs to be solid. So as you build up, when you're on that floor, it needs to be solid. If it's not solid, the whole thing's gonna just crash down. So you need to take basically baby steps in life. That's very important. There's no rush. There's a John Kavanaugh. Now, most people probably don't know who he is. John Kavanaugh is Conor McGregor's coach. Conor McGregor is a UFC fighter. Most people know who he is. But John Kavanaugh said, if you want to be very successful at something, no matter what it is, sports, business, relationship, life, whatever it is, you need to at least dedicate 10 years to it, working on it every single day. And then when those 10 years are up, then you become a midnight success. You know, you see all these successful business people or whoever they happen to be. They work their butts off for 10 years to become an overnight success. And then you hear these people like, oh my God, this guy just came out of nowhere. Well, no, he's been grinding for the past 10 years. For example, Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor went into John Kavanagh's gym when he was 18 years old. He dedicated his entire life to mixed martial arts, to fighting. That's all he focused on. From 18 to 28, when he was 28, he was in the UFC, and he was making money, and then the rest is history. Then he fights Floyd Mayweather, gets $100 million. He comes out with his whiskey business and all of that. But he dedicated 10 years of his life to that. So I kind of view that the same way with this Twitch stuff and the YouTube stuff. Maybe I'll have a viral video that'll just go out, you know, out of nowhere, and I'll get successful off of that, but probably not. You know, there's tons of people that stream on Twitch, tons of people that put YouTube content out. So how do you separate yourself from the pack? Well, most people, when they start something, they do it for a little bit and then they just give up on it. So those people will just wean themselves out, you know, they'll just get out of the picture. So if you work on it consistently, get better, start improving, make your stream better, your videos better, stuff like that, you're gonna just keep increasing and keep increasing. If you're a gamer, most people know who Ninja is. Ninja is a Twitch streamer, #1 streamer on Twitch, and he plays Fortnite, and he's made tons of money this year, tons. Probably easily over $20 million, if that. I know he made like $700,000 in 1 month. So the guy is very, very successful. He took Fortnite to another level, took Twitch to another level, and all of that. So we can all thank him. But he has been working on live streaming for 8 years. 8 years straight. So 8 years ago, he's in the same position as me. I get 10 people to come watch my stream, which I love all 10 of those people. I put a YouTube video out, I get 25 views on it, 30 views on it, love that, but that's my base. Well, he worked at it for 8 years and then became an overnight success. Now he's got more money than he knows what to do with. He's very successful. He's at Times Square, even though he did that floss dance for New Year's and no one did it, but still, I would not care if no one did it. You're in Times Square for, you know, for the ball dropping. That's awesome. So, you know, it's you really need to learn how to balance your life out. That is very important. No matter how old you are, it's very important to understand that. But start at a young age. Because if you're like 30 years old and you're trying to learn these concepts, it's going to be a little difficult for you, but you have more responsibilities than 15-year-old. If you're a 15-year-old or however old you are, and all you got to do is worry about school, maybe a sport, and your family life, maybe a part-time job, focus on balancing that out. Because when you're 30 years old and you have to pay for the roof above your house, you might have kids, you have to support your wife, or you might be a single parent, you still got to go out and do stuff, you got to put food on the table, work a full-time job, maybe even work 2 jobs, because you got to pay for school, you got to help, your kid comes home and is like, I don't even know how to do pre-calc, and you're like, me either. Well, we got to do it together. You've got tons of stuff that you have to balance, and it's a lot harder as you get older. You know, that's one of the ways how you grow up, is becoming more balanced because more things are coming into your life. So I'm going to end the video on that. I'm sorry, honestly, I'm sorry everybody, I haven't been uploading onto YouTube. Trust me, I'm getting back into it. I'm going to be uploading more content onto YouTube. If you haven't stopped by, twitch.tv/Mystic Malones, go ahead, set an account up. It's absolutely free. Does not cost you anything whatsoever, okay? Just to set up an account. Stop by my channel. Go ahead, hit that heart button that follows. Then you'll follow me. Turn on that notification bell. Anytime I'm live, you will know. Same thing on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Turn that notification bell on. Anytime I come out with a Sproutcast or a gameplay, commentary, montage, you will know about it, all right? Instagram account, Mystic Malone. Stop by there. I post videos, pictures, you know, all that stuff. You guys know the bells and whistles. So I'm going to end it on that. This is Mystic Malones. I'm out of here, and I'll see you.